The front page of the Huffington Post reads, "The Iron Lady passes. Former British Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher has died of a stroke." The news was confirmed by her spokesman, Lord Bell. It is with great sadness that Mark and Carol Thatcher announced that their mother, Baroness Thatcher, died peacefully following a stroke this morning, he said, according to Reuters. Love her or loathe her, one thing is beyond dispute. Margaret Thatcher transformed Britain. The Iron Lady, who ruled for 11 remarkable years, imposed her will on a fractious, rundown nation, breaking the unions, triumphing in a far-off war, and selling off state industries at a record pace. She left behind a leaner government, a more prosperous nation by the time a mutiny ousted her from number 10 Downing Street.
It's been quite frantic in a sense. I mean, it hasn't come as a surprise. She's been quite ill for a while, so it was sort of the kind of thing we knew was coming, although it wasn't expected so suddenly today. We've seen an outpouring of tributes from leaders, from the Prime Minister, from opposition leaders across the political spectrum, despite the fact that she was quite a divisive figure, like you said. For the Conservative Party, she's a hero. She's sort of their favourite leader. She's seen as the greatest leader perhaps since Winston Churchill. She, took on the unions and won the Falklands War. But for the Labour Party, for people on the left, she's the person who destroyed the coal mining industry, who divided society. There's a famous quote, there's no such thing as society. Now, if you're a left-wing politician or a left-wing person, that's sort of not the kind of thing you subscribe to.
I think the sort of tribal politics about this, both in the US and the UK, liberals tend to loathe her and conservatives tend to love her. But if you look at the actual economic policies that she implemented, there isn't a whole lot of consistency with either contemporary liberal doctrine or conservative doctrine outside of the anti-union stance. She raised taxes during a recession. It's not something conservatives really support now under any circumstances, certainly in the United States. She was very aggressive on monetary policy during a recession, which doesn't necessarily even fit with her so-called monetarist tendencies. She was a devout disciple of Milton Friedman, but when they had a serious downturn, she raised interest rates very aggressively, and that sent unemployment up to about 3.3 million at the peak in the mid-'80s. I mean, the economy was very, very bad under Margaret Thatcher for the first half of her reign, and in the second half it improved. And I think we've sort of at least economic historians have given that period sort of a wash. But it's not really obvious what her legacy is in terms of policy in either the United States or the UK on economic terms outside of this very virulently anti-labor stance.